Hi, my name is Sam Haugestu, and thank you so much for taking the time to check out my video series on how to talk to strangers. If you've ever been in a crowded room and felt isolated or alone, or been part of a small group and felt like you had nothing to contribute, you're not actually alone. A lot of people feel this way, and I know I did for a very long time. And I used to only engage people that I was already acquainted with, or I'd try and find a corner in the room where I could hang out, hoping no one would notice me. Or else I'd hit up the snack table and just spend my time shoving my face full of food. Which, if I'm honest, I still do, but it's no longer to avoid people. Now I use it as a conversation starter. And I still get to shove my face full of food, so it works out. I'm so pleased that you are taking steps towards more effectively shining your light. A light that is uniquely yours, a light that the world so desperately needs today in your everyday circumstances. There's so many opportunities right around you to share life and healing with people. It just takes a little bit of intentionality. So I want to start by talking about your introduction, because it's really important to make sure that you have a good first impression. Because this is probably going to be the most powerful memory that people have of you. And it's not so much about what you say or what you do or how you present yourself, as it is going to be about how you make people feel. This is going to be the most important thing that everything else is supporting. They may forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So the very first consideration when meeting or approaching someone will be your posture. Smile. I'll expand on this later, but this will help you believe that what you're about to do is good. It's hard to be fearful and smile at the same time. And stand up straight. Imagine you have a string pulling you up from the top of your head. This will give you more confidence and make you feel less timid. Now, what I'm not talking about is puffing yourself up and sticking your nose in the air. Arrogance is such a turnoff, and people will sniff that out a mile away. Don't do anything forced or unnatural. But imagine, how would you stand if you just received some great news? You'd be lighter, you'd have a spring in your step. You want people to feel that you're going to lighten their load, not pile more weight on them. Now, a simple smile and good posture can actually be difficult to achieve, especially if it doesn't feel natural to you. So to naturally do it, you may want to take a step back and consider some truths. You were created by God. And not only were you created by Him, but you may recall that He became incarnate, became human, so that He could relate with your weakness. And then He offered Himself up to be tortured and executed, so that He could take your shortcomings and your failures and trade them for glory and healing and righteousness. And He did it because He believes that you are worthy. Now that should put a smile on your face and a spring in your step. And if you don't believe that, then that's another conversation that we need to have. But if you do believe that, and that's still not enough, you are an adopted child of God. You are co-heir to the kingdom of heaven. Not only that, but presently, you are the temple for the Holy Spirit. And that's not a spirit of fear, but a spirit of being more than a conqueror. So if we remember this about ourselves and about the people we're about to meet, certainly we can overcome a few feet of floor space in order to interact with a potential friend or potential client, and at least let them know we exist and we're interested in connecting with them. Also remember that they may be just as uncomfortable and scared as you are. And you will immediately generate favor by initiating the conversation. It will show them that you care. And it will increase their sense of self-worth that you picked them out of a crowd and approached them. Not to mention that, but you'll immediately garner reciprocity because you saved them the uncomfortable vulnerability of initiating the conversation. And also, you will have more respect in their eyes because you've shown by your actions that you're willing to do something that they were not yet ready to do. Now, the next step may be pretty duh, but it's amazing how often I've missed this part, and I've really regretted it. Introduce yourself by name, and ask for theirs. The goal here is not passing time, but relationship. Names are the handles by which we are known, and the language by which we can identify and categorize. Think of it this way. If my wife asked me to go to the store to buy some food, I may be there for a while. I'll have to search and compare to try and figure out what I'm going to bring home. But if my wife sends me to the store for spaghetti and olives, I'll be in and out in like 5 minutes. Similarly, I want you to remember that Sam Haugestuen is the one that gave you all of this great information about meeting strangers, not some random dude on the internet. Specificity helps to ingrain memories and thoughts into your brain that allow you to recall them more quickly and with more accurate intent. So when you want to share this video with your friend, you can search for Sam Haugestuen and not some random guy on the internet. And finally, I want to circle back around to where we started, and that's your smile. Now, whether you like your smile or not, this is a non-negotiable. Nothing casts off cares and concerns for yourself and for the person you're about to meet like a genuine smile. Nothing will make you more winsome and attractive, but don't force it, because a fake smile can do as much damage as a genuine smile will do good. It must come from a place of genuine care and joy, and that's why it's so powerful. I believe that, knowingly or not, everyone is really seeking joy, not happiness, which is temporary and based on circumstance, but true joy that can shine through even the deepest sorrow. And when you have a joy smile, you will immediately be attractive because people will recognize in you that which they want. Even those who already have it want more of it. They will be attracted to your joy and want to engage with you. And because joy is so contagious, they will leave the conversation uplifted. Now, joy comes from identity, but that's a conversation for another video. So be bold. You are an amazing person. Exchange names. You want to remember and be remembered. And bring your joy. People will always remember how you make them feel. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out my video. I hope that it will be immediately beneficial for your life. On the next video, we'll talk about asking questions and how to carry on an interesting conversation. And if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel yet, please do so and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And I hope that the creator of the universe will always be your closest friend. Talk to you soon.